Shabbat Shalom, everybody. So, welcome. So, we are very happy to have everybody here, and I know more people are still coming in. Come on in, come have a seat as we begin our service. And so, we welcome you all here, and I still hear a lot of voices out there. There is a party out there. There's a party in here. Get in here. You don't have to sit in the back row. You do? Okay. Okay, gotcha. Okay, got it. No problem. But you are always welcome to come all the way forward. So come on in. Come have a seat, please. Come on in. Welcome. So we are happy to have you guys here. We're going to begin our service here in a moment in our prayer books, which you can find right there in front of you, or exactly those of you in the front row. They are underneath your seats. So go ahead and grab your prayer books there. Here you go, Galen. There's one right here for you. Perfect. Welcome, everybody. Come on in. Shabbat Shalom. Come on in. Excellent. Have a seat. Cool. You already missed the opening song, but we're glad you're here. All right. So now that you all come on in and you've gotten your prayer books, we are going to begin in just a second. I'm going to just very quickly kind of show you with your prayer books so that you can follow along with us. Our prayer books are Mishkan Tefillah, which is the Reform Movement's prayer book. And if you notice the prayer books, have you guys ever been to a bar bat mitzvah service before? Welcome. I'm glad you're here. I'm going to help you. Okay? I got this. You're going to be just fine. So here's the cool thing. So come on in, come have a seat. Awesome. So with the prayer books, you'll notice that they open the opposite way than a normal book would, right? Because Hebrew, which is written from right to left instead of left to right with English, right? So English is read from left to right instead of Hebrew, which is right to left. So therefore, the prayer book opens up the opposite way. So that's why you notice that the books are a little bit different. Now, as you guys see, when you're opening up there and there's Hebrew, there's going to be two columns. One is going to be with the Hebrew letters. That's the column on the right-hand side. And then the left-hand side column has what's called transliteration. And transliteration helps tell us how the Hebrew words are pronounced using English letters. So that way, if you want to follow along and go, wow, okay, how does this sound? we're able to do that by sounding out the letters with the transliteration. Now, Stella's prayer book, however, Shabbat Shalom, Stella. May I borrow your prayer book, please? Awesome, thank you. Her prayer book, first of all, is a larger prayer book. And her prayer book, it's the full version of Mishkan Tefillah, which includes Shabbat and also weekday services as well as festivals. And so, but what's really cool with her prayer book, when you look at the Hebrew, especially her friends are here, I've got you guys right over here, there is no transliteration. Yeah, so with her, when she's reading the Hebrew, she's reading from the Hebrew directly because Stella has been studying Hebrew for a number of years now. Also, yeah, they're impressed. Stella, this is good. Now, with Stella's prayer book, because it is the full version of Mishkan Tefillah, we decided not to do the weightlifting classes for you all. You have the Shabbat only version. But you're going to notice at the bottom of the pages, there are 2 sets of page numbers. One set is in blue, one's in black. We're going to follow, whenever we call out page numbers, we're going to call out the page numbers in blue. That way it corresponds to Stella's prayer book, and we can all be on the same page together. Thank you very much. We invite you, sing along with us, join together in our singing. If you don't know the words and you're kind of nervous about the transliteration, don't worry. Even if you mispronounce something, nothing will happen. No bad things will happen, I promise. All right? But feel free to try the words. Otherwise, feel free to sing Lai. It's the ancient text of the Israelite people who said, I don't know the words, but I want to sing along. There you go. So, there you go. So feel free, join along in singing with us. Feel free to read along in the English throughout the prayers. And also you'll notice that we pray with our bodies. There are times we're going to ask everyone to stand up. It's a way of showing respect before God. You'll notice also that we sometimes will bow in humble reverence before God as well. So there's some choreography that goes with it. There's also, we pray with what we wear. So the kippah, the yarmulke, the head covering. It is a way of showing respect before God, that God is all around us, worn by men and women. And then, of course, there's the talit, the prayer shawl, which has some good static electricity going on in mine right now. What matters with the talit, with the prayer shawl, is the fringes on the corners of the garments. These are called tzitzit. When we look upon a tzitzit, it's a series of 8 strings and then 5 major knots and then different wraps. It reminds us of the 613 commandments that are in the Torah, not just 10. There are 613 commandments in the Torah. And when we look upon the tzitzit, we're reminded of that. And we're reminded especially that we are supposed to learn and to grow with and to experience the different commandments throughout our lifetime. That it's lifelong study. Well, when a young man becomes a bar mitzvah, then he receives his first talit. So too, when a young woman becomes a bat mitzvah, she receives her first talit. And I always say first because Stella, there are so many different ones out there. Have fun. But today, this one that you receive is so special. Because it is this first talit that you receive. It is this wonderful reminder that you are woven into the fabric of the Jewish people. And to present that to you with so much love and just honor and respect for you are your parents. So Galen and Eric, if the 2 of you will come on forward, and Stella, come on up here as well to receive your talit.
So proud of you. We are just overwhelmed with happiness and joy for you, and we know that this talit will inscribe you with good health and blessings and happiness for your whole life.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehitatev batzitzit.
Amen. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, eternal soul of the universe, who makes us holy through the mitzvot and commands us to wear fringes on the corners of our garment. Mazel tov. Mazel tov. You can have actually, you know what? Why don't you stay right here for just a moment? You want to do a song first before Gabby? Yeah, okay. So we're gonna sing Modeh Ani first on page 186 in our prayer books, in which we give thanks to God for all of our blessings.
Modeh Ani lefanei אני לפניך. מלך הגויים, שהחזרת בי נשמתי בהמלם, בהמלם, רבה אמונתך, רבה אמונתך.
It is our honor to call forward bringing blessings themselves, Maddox and Gabby. Come on up.
I'm so proud of you, first of all, because I didn't do nearly as much work as you did. Yeah, but you look beautiful and you're going to do great. And I know that you're super worried and nervous, but I mean, if it wasn't for you, I'd probably still be wearing my capris and like playing Club Penguin and stuff. So thank you for being such a great sister and guiding me this Bima. Maddox! Don't say it.
Just a hug. That works. Sometimes it's not the words. Sometimes it's just the action. It's the hug. And that was a great blessing. And Gabby, you are amazing. So, yes. Well, all of our students, we are so blessed with an amazing group of students here at Temple Beth Sholom. So I'm going to invite forward all of our students from TBS to come forward from this year and also last year's class. We're going to turn in our prayer books to page 198. Come gather around with Gabby, guys. All right, page 198 in our prayer books for what's called Nisim B'chol Yom. It's the blessings. Is that perfect? It is the blessings. Come on up. Come on, Bryce. Yes, absolutely. All right. It's our morning blessings that we join together, and you'll notice that what they do is that we'll be leading it first in the first line of Hebrew, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, and then we'll be going down to the English. You'll hear the rhythm of the blessings, and so feel free, please, to join along with us. We're going to always stay on the right-hand side of the page. So you guys ready? Page 198. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who has given light and ability to distinguish day from night. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who opens the eyes of the blind. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who frees the captive. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who lifts up the fallen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who stretches the earth over the waters. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who strengthens our steps. Yasher koach, everyone. Thank you so much. You may return to your seats as Stella and I come here back to our main bima. Very nice, everybody. We turn now in our prayer books to page 224, Chatzi Kaddish.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה.
Amen.
ועלמד יברח חירותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון וביומכון וחיי כל בית ישראל בגאלה ובזמן קריב וימרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך
לעולם ולעולם מים.
יתברך וישתבח ויפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה שמי לקודשם בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמה וימרו אמן.
So we turn to page 226. Please rise for the Baruch Hu, our call to worship.
Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, yotzer or uvorei choshe, osei shalom uvorei et hakol. Hameir la'aretz, veladarim alecha birahamim, uvtuvo mehadesh, behol yom, tamid ma'aseh v'reishit. Marabu ma'asecha Adonai, kulam bechochma asita, mal'ah ha'aretz kinyaneha. Titbarach Adonai Eloheinu, al sheva ma'aseh yadeha, ve'al me'ore or, she'asita yefa aruha Stella.
Or Chadash, at Zion Ta'ir, 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 V'nizke kulanu,
Baruch atah Adonai, yotzer hameorot. Please join me on page 231. Once or twice in a lifetime, a man or a woman may choose a radical living, having heard Leh Lecha, go forth. God disturbs us toward our destiny by hard events, and by freedom's now urgent voice, we explode and confirm who we are. We don't like leaving, but God loves becoming. Baruch atah Adonai, haboher be'amo Yisrael be'ahava.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad 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 Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Please be seated. We continue chanting together the Ve'ahavta on page 234. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha v'hayu ha'devarim ha'ele asher Anohi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta abam b'shivtecha b'beitecha u'v'lechtecha v'aderech u'v'shokbecha u'v'kumecha u'kshartam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot beinenecha u'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'v'isharecha leman tizkeru va'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'tem kedoshim le'elohechem Ani Adonai Elohechem Asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim Lihiyot lachem le'elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem. We continue on page 240 singing Mi Hamoha.
Ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai mi chamocha neda b'kodesh nora tehilot osef eleh Nora tehilot osef elem Shira chadasha shibechu gehulim V'shimcha asifat hayam Yachad kulam hodu v'himlichu ve'ameru Adonai imloch ve'olam Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed. Yalalai, 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 yalalai. Sur Yisrael, kuma be'ezrat Yisrael, ufedehinu mecha, Yehuda ve'Yisrael, גואלנו אדוני צבאות שמו, קדוש ישראל. ברוך אתה אדוני, גאה ישראל. אדוני שפתי תפתח, ופי יגיד תהילתך. Adonai, open up my lips, let my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah. האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מחכה חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים. סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בר גבורות, ומידו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיים הכל. נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב על יד נביאך, וקרא זה אל זה ואמר, קדוש 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוך כל הארץ כבודו. אדיר אדירנו אדוני אדוננו, מאדיר שמך בכל הארץ. ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו, הוא מלכנו, הוא מושיענו והוא ישמיענו, ברחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהי ציון, לדור ודור. הללויה. לדור ודור נגיד גולך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש, ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
To all generations we declare your greatness, and for all eternity proclaim your holiness. Our praise, O God, shall never depart from our lips. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God.
Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh.
We join together at the bottom of page 250 as we sing Vishamru. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael HaShabbat לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת moti leolam v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש שבת וינפש ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
Please join me at the top of page 253. We offer thanks, O God, for this Shabbat, which unites us in faith and hope. For Shabbat holiness, which inspires sacred living. For Shabbat memories, glowing even in darkness. For Shabbat peace, born of friendship and love. We offer thanks and blessings, O God. Baruch atah Adonai Mechadesh HaShabbat.
For this Shabbat, which happens to be Shabbat Shirah, which is the Shabbat where we read the Micha Mocha, we are going to offer you a very special musical offering for this prayer, the Ritzeh. This is the setting by cantor Stephen Richards.
Israel
join me on page 257. For expanding the grandeur of creation, worlds known and unknown, galaxies beyond galaxies, filling us with awe and challenging our imaginations. Modim Anach Nu La. For this fragile planet Earth, its times and tides, its sunsets and seasons. Modim Anach Nu La. For the joy of human life, its wonders and surprises, its hopes and achievements. Modim Anach Nu La. For human community, our common past and future hope. Our oneness transcending all separations, our capacity to work for peace and justice in the midst of hostility and oppression. Modim Anach Nu La. For high hopes and noble causes, for faith without fanaticism, for understanding of views not shared. Modim Anach Nu La. For all who have labored and suffered for a fairer world, who have lived so that others might have dignity and freedom. Modim Anach Nu La. For human liberties and sacred rights, for opportunities to change and grow, to affirm and choose. Modim Anach Nu La. We pray that we may not live by our fears, but by our hopes, not by our words, but by our deeds. Blessed are you, Adonai, your name is goodness, and you are worthy of thanksgiving. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha ulecha na'eh lehodot.
Amen. As we continue on page 258, please join with us with Sim Shalom. Again, if you don't know the words, Lai Lai works very well.
Sing Shalom, Tova Uracha, Cheva Chesed Verachamim Aleinu, Be'ako Yisrael, Be'ako Yisrael Alecha, Ba'ateinu Yotzreinu Kulanu Kecha, Be'or
Shalom, Tova Uracha, Cheva Chesed Verachamim Aleinu, Be'ako Yisrael, Be'ako Yisrael Amecha, Torah Chaim Ve'ahavat Chesed, Ve'ahavat Adonai, Hamevarech et Amo Yisrael b'shalom.
We continue in silent meditation.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. הוא עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. הוא עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן, ואמרו אמן.
We've reached that part of our service now called Seder Kriyat HaTorah. Seder, order, Kriyat, reading, HaTorah, of our Torah scroll. And so, why order? Well, because the Torah is the first 5 books of the Bible: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. And it's all contained in one scroll. And we'll be taking out one of those scrolls in a few minutes, and we'll be reading from that scroll. Now, where does the order come in? Because throughout a year, we start in the very beginning. It's a very good place to start. As we start at the very beginning in the fall with the story of creation, Genesis. And then throughout the whole year, we keep reading all the way through until we get to the end of the book of Deuteronomy. And so that's the order, so that every single week we read a little portion. We keep going all the way through. Well, this Shabbat, as Cantor mentioned earlier, it's called Bishalach. Bishalach is the story of the Song of the Sea. It actually contains a prayer that we sang earlier, the Mi Chamocha. Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you among all the gods who are worshipped, performing wonders and acts of miracles? And so it's a Shabbat filled with song. How appropriate. Stella becoming bat mitzvah on Shirat Hayam, on this wonderful Shabbat in which we get to read and we get to sing the song of the sea. And so with that, we're going to be learning about this Torah portion, which was written thousands of years ago. So, we have Jewish text that is 3,000 years old. And the question is when we have text, we have things that are written down that are that old, how does it apply to our lives today? Can we find meaning in it? Can we find a purpose in it? Can we understand it? Yes, absolutely we can, because Torah is called Eitz Chaim, a tree of life, which means it's constantly growing, it's constantly changing, it's constantly developing. And so that's what Torah is about. We might be reading the exact same words over and over again, passed on from generation to generation, which we will do today. And we might be passing this on and receiving it and reading the exact same things that have been read for hundreds and thousands of years. But what's wonderful, what makes it living, is asking that question, how does it apply to our lives today? How does the Song of the Sea apply to our lives in this moment, in the year 2018, 5,778? What's the meaning of it? Well, today, that's not my job. I might be the rabbi, but actually, she's in charge. Stella, today, you are a bat mitzvah. What does that mean? That means you are a daughter of the commandments. And that means that today, not only do you have this privilege, this honor of leading us in our Shabbat worship, something that you have been studying and rehearsing and preparing for to lead us in worship, but you've also taken on the responsibility of being our teacher. You are a student of Torah. We all are students of Torah. And so today we are honored because you are now our teacher. So you will later on be giving us words of Torah, Devar Torah, and teaching us what these wonderful stories and lessons have to mean for us today. So let us begin this wonderful journey as we turn in our prayer books to page 362 as we begin our Torah service.
In kamocha v'Elohim Adonai, v'in kimasecha, malchutecha malchut kol amim, umemshaltecha b'chol dor v'dor. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed, Adonai oz lamo yitein, Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom.
Throughout our Torah service, we will be honored by having different family and friends who will be joining us on the bima for reading of Torah, blessing Torah, reading the English translation of Torah. But now we would like to invite forward for the honor of passing Torah Lador Vador from generation to generation, Jackie Keys, followed by Eric and Galen, and then Stella, if you will join the three of them right down here in front of us. And then just acknowledging, I'm going to leave you guys there in the front row for a moment, holding our Torah cover, our Torah binder, one of our yads, Finn Kopczynski, Ashlyn Schultz, and of course the brother of our bat mitzvah, Maddox Goodman. You just stay right there, kiddo. You're good. He got a little nervous. You're good. And now I'd like to invite forward to open our ark doors, Isabella Schaefer and Julia Bishop. If the two of you will come on forward right now and come open our ark doors, and if everyone will please rise, and we'll continue in the middle of page 362.
Av harachamim hetiva v'tzoncha et Zion tivnei chomot Yerushalayim tivnei chomot Yerushalayim ki v'chol levad batachnu melech eram v'nisa Adon olamim.
Page 364, Ki Mitzion.
Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah, Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah, udevar Adonai mirushalayim.
In this scroll is the secret of our people's life from Sinai until now. Its teaching is love and justice, goodness and hope. Freedom is its gift to all who treasure it. Page 366.
Baruch Shenatan Torah Torah, Baruch Shenatan Torah Torah, Le'amo Yisrael b'kedushato. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Echad Eloheinu Gadol Adonenu Kadosh Shemo Gadelu Adonai Iti Unerom Mema Shemo Yachtav.
Stay right there. As we take this Torah scroll, this wonderful gift of ours. And in a moment, we're going to walk along and around our congregation as a reminder that this Torah belongs to all of us, la'am. It is our gift. And when we walk around this congregation with the Torah scroll, you might notice people who might take their tzitzit or their prayer books and reach out and touch it and kiss it. It's a way of showing honor to it. It's not, we don't worship Torah. We only worship God. But it's this wonderful physical reminder that each of us take on the responsibility of holding on to it, of learning from it, and teaching it. The journey of your lifetimes has been one filled with blessing. I'll have you turn this way. Face this way. Over here. There you go. Perfect. Jackie, you are part of this first generation of Jews who, in this wonderful family, have held on to Torah. Here you go. And you have learned from it and you've grown from it. It's been a part of your life. And then, now we get to share it with this generation, with Galen and with Eric. Both of you came later on to bring Torah into your life. You went ahead and you went on this beautiful journey, not only of Torah, but of family and of connections. And you embraced Torah, and you have been students of Torah these years, and you have wrestled with it, and you have accepted it, and you have then become teachers and guardians of it. Guardians who give this gift to their children. Today, you stand here with your daughter, Stella, and you give her this wonderful gift. Stella, this Torah, it belongs to you. It is yours, just as it is all of ours. May its weight keep you rooted and in touch and grounded in all that you are, but also may it lift you up and inspire you always as we get to walk now in the light of Torah.
Lecha Adonai hagidula ve'hagevura ve'hatiferet ve'hanetzach ve'hahod ki kol bashamayim u'ba'aretz ki kol bashamayim u'ba'aretz lecha Adonai הממלכה והאמית נעשה לכל לראש. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים, על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים, על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים.
So if you would like to come on up and see the Torah up close and personal, you are more than welcome to come on up here. If you don't, if you'd rather just sit in your seats while we have a great discussion up here, you're welcome to do that as well. So whatever you like, if you want to come forward, come on, don't be shy. Especially my friends from yeah, exactly, come on ladies. Okay, so TBS guys, I want you back on the stairs back here. Okay, there you go. Perfect. How you doing, Finn? Awesome. Come on over. Come on over. Don't be shy. Awesome. Hi. Ooh, here. I'm going to make your life easy. Watch this. There you go. Woohoo. All right. Come on. You can come over here. There you go. Hi. Come gather around. I don't bite often. Hi, guys. Shabbat Shalom. Welcome. So, this is a Torah scroll. There you go. Got your number, kiddo. All right. So this is a Torah scroll. If you guys want to, you can come up. There's plenty of room over here, too. You're good? Okay. I won't make you read it, I promise. Well, maybe a little. Okay. Now, because it's a scroll, we need to keep it wrapped and bound together because otherwise it's a little unwieldy. So all of our B'nai Mitzvah students, when we go away on our retreat in the fall of their 7th grade year, they make their own Torah binders. So this is Stella's beautiful binder that she created. There we go. Show it to you guys first. Yeah. There you go. So what's really nice with this is then our students, that the Torah is bound with a little bit of them. So we like to have that. So Ashlyn, I'm going to hand that to you. Perfect. And then later on, I'll grab that from you later. All right. Then we also use to be able to read from the Torah scroll. We need to be able to follow along. You know, when you're learning how to read something, you need to be able to follow along with it. So we use what's called a yad. So Maddox, you show on that side. I'll show over here. The yad, what does that look like? A hand. It's a hand. Is it? Okay. So it's a hand. Literally, the word yad means hand. How convenient. Because the Torah, now we're going to go all the way over here. Will you do me a favor? Will you go ahead and hold right there? Perfect. Thank you very much. So, the Torah, and actually, you know what? I'm going to go scroll just this way, just a little bit more. Beautiful. There you go. Got it? Awesome. Okay. So, the Torah is all handwritten by a scribe who sits down with a feather and a quill, and or feather is a quill. There we go. Sorry, and ink, and hands write a Torah scroll. Now, he or she, there are some female scribes, will copy word for word, letter for letter, from another Torah or from a book called a Tikkun, and they have to copy it exactly the same way. Letter for letter, word for word. You cannot change anything in the Torah. Okay, so you cannot add the little dots and dashes that we see in our prayer books, which are the vowels. There are no vowels in the Torah. There's no punctuation in the Torah. If I was to give you all something to read in English without any vowels, you'd be fine because you know the language. Well, that was the same case too with Jews many, many years ago, generations and generations ago, when we all lived in the same land and we only spoke Hebrew. So we didn't need to have vowels. We didn't need to have the punctuation because we knew what it said. But of course, when the Jews were dispersed and started living in all different lands and speaking different languages, we lost our Hebrew. Hebrew is the only ancient language that was extinct that now has been completely revitalized and now is a living language again within the land of Israel. And so, because we're not allowed to add anything, however, sorry, no vowels have been added for your benefit. But that's okay. She, along with our other Torah readers, have been practicing this for a while, so they know what they're doing. But just in case, there's always a gabbai next to them, also known as Cantor Reinwald, who will follow along in the point of text that if they make a mistake, not a problem. We'll go ahead and correct them. Because if you change the vowel in a word, you can change the meaning. So a scribe, a sofer, will sit down and handwrite each and every Torah, each and every letter. And as he's doing so, he thinks about each word. He says each word before he writes it. He says each letter before he writes it to make sure that he does it correctly. So he makes no mistakes. If he makes a mistake, what he has to do is he has to try to scrape it off and then rewrite that letter. Now, I learned something, guys, last week from Rabbi Salazar, who's our sofer, who's helping us repair our Czech Torah scroll. So I asked him, I said, okay, my understanding is that if I make a mistake and I can't correct it, I have to throw out that entire sheet, right? So that's what I said to him, and he went, no. I went, wait a minute, hold it. I've been telling that story for a really long time. And he said to me, no, actually, for the most part, you can. You can scrape off the letters and correct it. There's one time that we have to restart the whole page if we make a mistake, and that is when we write the name of God. So which could be the letters Yud Yud or Yud He Vav He. If I make a mistake then, I can't just go and scrape it off. Then I have to start that whole sheet again. So I learned something new last week from our sofer. So kind of interesting. So now, guys, I have a question for you, our TBS students, because you've been hearing this spiel a lot. So tell me, there are different ingredients that make up our ink. Do you know what any of them are? Don't tell me the last one yet. What do we got? Oh, well, that's what makes the parchment. Yeah, the parchment comes from a kosher animal. No, that's great, Sam. I'll take that too. So the parchment comes from a kosher animal, and a kosher animal has split hooves and chews its cud. The ink, however, do you remember what some of the ingredients were besides the last one? Go for it, Jack.
I want to say like certain nuts and berries.
Yes, different berries. The last ingredient, so berries and tree sap, the last ingredient is honey. Do you like honey? I do too, because it's really sweet, huh? Guess what? Torah is supposed to be sweet as honey. And so therefore, the last ingredient is honey, but what's really cool with honey, with ink, it gives it its shine. So that's kind of something cool. All right, let's see. Also, the Torah, so it's written on parchment from a kosher animal, and see these lines that are etched into it, so that way they write straight across. Okay, Aunt, come over here. Now you get the test. You ready? You will be, there you go, put the glasses on, definitely. You're gonna want the glasses. Can I borrow the yacht real quick? Thanks, kiddo. You're not reading anything, I promise. And she's like, did I miss that class? No, I gotcha. Yeah. All right, but here's what I wanna see. See the letters here? Mm-hmm. Okay, see the etched lines? Mm-hmm. Okay, the letters, are they sitting or hanging? Hanging. Yeah, there you go. Mazel tov, you passed. They're hanging. The letters and the Torah, they hang from the line. Okay, we write with the letters hanging instead of sitting. And there's a midrash, there's a story that tells us why. And that is because that line represents the line between heaven and earth. The letters represent all of us. And the goal is for us to reach up toward God, toward heaven, and be closer, to seek holiness. So therefore, we are always trying to do better and to be better and to make our world a better place. So hence, why the letters of a Torah are always written hanging from the line instead of sitting on them. There you go. Any questions? How did I do, guys? Got everything? We're good? Okay. All right. Any questions over here? Any questions out there? Okay. Well, with that then, I'm going to invite all of you to go back down to your seats. You guys go ahead and take those with, Maddox, will you take that with you, please? We have another yod. You can take that yod with you. Thank you very, very much. Go ahead and take that down with you. I'll call you back up when we need them. Perfect. Thank you. You may go return over to your seat for a little bit, Stella. Awesome. All right, so... Oh, sure. Thank you. So Eric wants me to share with you about, is this from last week? I think that's last week's. Oh, that's okay. I'll leave it for right now. But yeah, to see. Hang on, okay, good. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and remove that then. I didn't want to take anything off. So outside in the ark, the round ark, the glass ark that is there, are a couple of pieces of parchment, 3 pieces of parchment. Right now there's 2 because I have another one in my office. So you'll notice that in our ark, the middle scroll was missing. That is because that is our scroll from Czechoslovakia. It is about 300 years old. And as our project for our 75th year of Temple Beth Sholom, we're the oldest congregation in Orange County, we are restoring this scroll from Czechoslovakia that was rescued after the Holocaust. And so along with 1,563 other Torah scrolls that were rescued out of Czechoslovakia to London with the Westminster London Trust. And about 1,000 of those Torah scrolls, because some of them were in very, very poor shape, but out of about 1,000, they were distributed to congregations like ours, and to be on permanent loan and to be displayed rather than a Torah scroll when it's not usable anymore. We put it into what's called geniza, which means we bury it. As when you can't use a holy object anymore, you bury it. And so rather than burying the Torah scroll, we keep it in our ark as a reminder that yes, there were people in our lifetimes and in generations past who tried to destroy the Jewish people, but it's a reminder that no, we've survived and we will always continue to survive. And one of the things that we are doing is restoring that Torah scroll so that we will be able to read from it. It will be whole once again. And so this is a project that we are doing as a congregation and as a community from now through November. So we invite you to check out our website. Come and visit us during the times that we are writing the Torah scroll, as well as having some different classes with Rabbi Salazar, who is our sofer. And we'd love to have you join with us throughout this year. So inside the ark there are 3 pieces of parchment from that Torah scroll that we've kept here, that when Rabbi Salazar comes, that he is helping us restore. And so, and then when he brings back the full scroll, after it is fully repaired in Florida, in their workshop there, then they will be sewn back into the Torah once again. So that is what's out there in our ark, are some pieces of that Torah that we are making whole once again. So there we go. So this portion, Shirat Hayam, as you will see in a little bit when we go to lift the Torah, you're going to notice it is written in a very unique way. Usually the lines, it's all totally straight across, but there's a design to this one. And the design is to remind us of the bricks that the Israelites would make when they were slaves in the land of Egypt. So we will show you that later on when we go to lift our Torah. But in the meantime, allow us to begin our reading of Torah. Cantor.
For our first Aliyah, chanting the blessing, David Gorin, David ben Shmuel, and Harold Gorin, Herschel ben Shmuel. Reading from the Torah will be Carl ben Draf, Tzvi ben Avraham Vesura, and reading the English translation, Bonnie Gorin, Chaya bat Gasileah. Ya'amdu l'Aliyah harishona.
So here, if you will go ahead and take my seats. Okay, and then go ahead and kiss onto the first word, Az Yashir. There you go. We're going to go ahead and close it first. There you go. Perfect. Go ahead.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMavarach.
Baruch Adonai Havarach Le'olam Vahed.
Baruch Adonai HaMavarach La'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Az Yashir Moshe Uvnei Yisrael et Hashira Hazot Ladonai Vayamaru Lemor Ashira Ladonai Kiga Ogaa Sus V'rochvo Rama Vayam Ozi V'zimrat Ya Vahili Yeshua Ze Eli Ve'anvehu Elohei Avi Va'aron Mimenhu Adonai Ish Milchama Adonai Shemo Markevot Paro V'chelo Yara Vayam Umidacha Shalishav to Uva Yam Suf, Tehomo Yachasiumu Yardu Vimsalot Kemo Aven. Thank you very much.
Then Moses and the people of Israel sang this song to Adonai. I will sing to Adonai, for God has triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider has gone thrown into the sea. Adonai is my strength and might. God has become my salvation. Adonai is my God, and I will praise God, my father's God, and I will exalt God. Adonai is like a mighty warrior. Adonai is God's name. Pharaoh's chariots and his army has God thrown into the sea. His chosen captains are also drowned in the Red Sea. The depths have covered them. They sank to the bottom like a stone.
Evan, the last. Oh, sorry, that was me. There you go.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emes, v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen.
For our second Aliyah, chanting the blessing, Ava Gerwitz, Sarah Rachel, Bat Shlomo Shmuel, and Max Goldsmith, Michael Natan, Ben Hanoch Yitzchak, Umalka. Reading from the Torah, Gabby Goodman, Gavriela Bat Meir Ve'adit, and reading the English translation, Alyssa Chiro, Ariela Rachel, Bat Avram, Umichaela Rachel. Ya'amdu l'Aliyah Hashenit.
Touch it to the first word.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim, v'na'atan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
You can take the alphabet, yeah.
Mi hamoha ba'elim Adonai, mi hamoha nadar ba'kodesh, nora tehilot ose vele, natita yamin ha-tiv la'emo aretz, nahita behasteha amzu ga'alta, nehalta ve'azha el neve kodsheha.
Who is like you, O Adonai, among the gods that are worshipped? Who is like you, glorious in holiness, fearful in praises, doing wonders? You stretched out your right hand, the earth swallowed them. In your mercy have led forth the people whom you have redeemed. You have guided them in your strength to your holy habitation.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'hayei olam nata b'tohenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. For our third Aliyah, it is our honor to call forward the Chavurah. So for the blessings, Lori and Matthew Griffin, Brian and Renee Gerwitz, Rachel Solinger, Jason and Katie Weisberg, come on up, reading from Torah. Matthew Griffin, Matatyahu ben Natan v'Nechoma, and English translation, Shani Boone, Shana Ruchel, Bat Moshe, Yerachmiel, v'Genesora.
Ya'amdu l'aliyah ha'shlishit.
He is ready.
Where's the yod?
Okay, Brian, touch that first word for us. There you go. Beautiful. You too, Matthew. All right. Okay, everybody.
Baruch et Adonai Haborah.
Baruch Adonai habarak le'olam va'ed.
Baruch atah Haborach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher elbar banu mikol hamim. V'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Tavi emo, vatita emo, bahar, nachalatecha, machun, lashivtecha, fa'alta, Adonai, mikadesh, Adonai, kunanu, yadecha. Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed, ki vasus parot, barik vo, uv farashav bayam, vayashev Adonai, Aletem et me chayam. Uvene Yisrael, halhu vayabasha, betof hayam. Vitaka Miriam, han vi'ah, achot Aharon, et hatof. Bayada vatetsena kal hanashim aharicha, Betupim uvim cholot. Vati'a lachem Miriam shiru ladonai ki ga'a ga'o sus varik vo rama vayam.
You shall bring them in and plant them in your own mountain, in the place, O Adonai, which you have made to dwell in the sanctuary, O Adonai, which your hands established. Adonai shall reign forever and ever. For the horses of Pharaoh, with his chariots and horsemen, went into the sea, and Adonai turned back the waters of the sea upon them. But the people of Israel marched on dry land in the midst of the sea. Then Miriam, the prophetess, the sister of Aaron, took a tambourine in her hand, and all the women went out after her with tambourines, dancing. And Miriam chanted for them, "Sing to Adonai, for he has triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider has he thrown into the sea."
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tocheinu. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Don't want to miss this. I want you to have a front row seat.
Ta'amod habachura habat mitzvah Esther bat Meir ve'adid laliyah haTorah.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvorah.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch atah Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Vayomer Adonai El Moshe, Kitob Zot Zikaron Basefer, Visim Beoznei Yehoshua, Kimaho Emhe Et Seher Amalek Mitahat Hashamayim. Vayiven Moshe Nisbeach, Vayikra Shemo Adonai Nisim. Vayomer Ki Yad Al Keis Yad Milchama Ladonai Ba'amalek Midor Dor. Then Adonai said to Moses, "Inscribe this in a document as a reminder to read it aloud to Joshua. I utterly blot out the memory of Amalek from under heaven." And Moses built an altar and named it Adonai Nazi. He said, "It means hand upon the throne of Adonai. Adonai will be at war with Amalek throughout the ages." Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tohenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Yasher kochech, mazel tov. We take a moment now with the Torah before us to offer up a prayer of healing for all of those who are in need of healing of mind, body, and spirit. I invite you to think about those who are in your life or within your community, any faith, any tradition, those who you know very well, or maybe those who you've heard about, who are in need of healing. We think about them at this time as we offer this prayer. Mi sheberach avotenu v'imotenu Abraham, Yitzchak, v'Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, and Leah. Hu yivarech et hacholim. May the one who blessed all of our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal those who are ill. May the Blessed Holy One be filled with compassion for their health to be restored and their strength to be revived. May God swiftly send them a complete renewal of body and spirit, and let us say, Amen. As now we take a moment, we're going to, as promised, show you all what was read. I'm going to invite forward Robert Irvis, if he will come forward as our Torah lifter and holder. And then also Flynn, Ashlyn, and Maddox, if you guys will bring forward the cover and the binder, come on up. So Flynn and Maddox, you've got that. And Ashlyn, come out. We need the binder. Definitely come on up. And I'm going to scroll us back right now. So Robert, for you, to Shirat Hayam, to right there. It's on the leverage. Please rise as we give honor to the Torah.
V'zot haTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael, al pi Adonai b'yad Moshe. Ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 la.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar binviim tovim v'ratzav v'divreihem hane'emarim be'emet Baruch atah Adonai Haboher Batorah Uv Moshe Avdo Uv Yisrael Amo Uvin Vie Ha'emet Vatzedek Uri, Uri, Divorah, Uri, Uri, Dabri Shir, Kum, Barak, Ushave, Shevyecha, Ben Avinoam, Az, Yurat, Sarid, Le'adivirim am Adonai Yiradli Bagiborim. Awake, awake, O Deborah. Awake, awake, strike up the chant. Arise, O Barak. Take your captives, O son of Abinoam. Then was remnant made victor over the mighty. Adonai's people won my victory over the warriors. From Ephraim came they whose roots are in Amalek. After you, your kin Benjamin, from Meher came down leaders, from Zebulun, such as hold the marshal's staff, and Issachar's chiefs were with Deborah. As Barak, so was Issachar, rushing after him into the valley. Among the clans of Reuben were great decisions of heart. Why then did you stay among the sheepfolds and listen as they piped for the flocks? Among the clans of Reuben were great searchings of heart. Gilead tarried by the Jordan, and Dan, why did you linger by the ships? Asher remained at Seacoast and tarried at his landings. Zebulun is a people who mocked at death. Naphtali on the open heights, then the king came, they fought. The kings of Canaan fought at Tanakh by Megiddow's waters. They got no spoil of silver. The stars fought from heaven. From their courses they fought against Sisera. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam zor kol haolamim sadik behol hadorot ha'el ha'ne'eman ha'omer ve'oseh ha'medaber u'mekayem shekol devarav emet v'tzedek al ha'torah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al ha'nevi'im ve'al yom ha'shabbat hazeh shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu likdusha ve'leimnuha lehavod utifaret al hakol Adonai Eloheinu anachnu modim la umevarchim atah yitbarashim ha befi kol hai tamid le'olam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai mikadesh hashabat.
definitely take a drink of water. Beautiful. As we now go to return our Torah to the Ark, we turn once again in our prayer books to page 374, and I invite you to please rise.
הודו על הארץ ושמיים וירן קרן לעמו תהילה לכל חסידיו לבני ישראל עולם קרובו הללויה כך טוב נתתי לכם תורתי אל תעזובו עץ חיים היא למחזיקים בה ותומכי המאושר דרכיה דרכי נועם וכל נתיבותיה שלום השיבנו אדוני אליך ונשובה חדש חדש ימינו חדש ימינו כקדם.
I know, see, I know. It's like that whole, control.
Think about how many choices you make in one day and how many of those you aren't certain is the right choice. Sometimes when you aren't sure, you just have to do what your gut tells you, hope for the best, and take a risk. Well, that's exactly what the Israelites had to face during the time of the Exodus. After being slaves for 400 plus years, the Israelites prayed to God until God took notice. Then Moses approached Pharaoh time and time again, asking him to let the Israelites go. It's not until after God caused the 10 plagues, with the last being the death of the firstborn, which included Pharaoh's own son, that Pharaoh finally agreed to let the Israelites go. The Israelites' prayers were answered. The Israelites fled Egypt quickly before Pharaoh changed his mind, and Moses led the Israelites out of Egypt. Pharaoh did in fact change his mind and sent his army out to capture the Israelites. Fearing that they were going to be killed, they regretted leaving and thought that it would be better to remain as slaves rather than die in the wilderness. Moses told them to have no fear and to trust that God will protect them. As the Israelites traveled, they came upon the Sea of Reeds and were cornered between the water and Pharaoh's army. The Israelites were unsure how they were going to survive until God told Moses to lift his rod and hold his arm over the sea. The Israelites had their doubts. When Moses lifted his rod, the sea did split and the Israelites were able to cross on dry land. As the Israelites were crossing, Pharaoh continued to chase them. When the Israelites reached the other side, Moses held up his rod once again and closed the sea on Pharaoh's army, and the Israelites were free and safe. As the Israelites began their journey, they got tired, hungry, and thirsty. They were starting to doubt Moses and their decision in leaving Egypt once again. They realized that when they were slaves, at least they had food and shelter. As the Israelites complained, God advised Moses on how to keep them happy and healthy, but the Israelites still had doubts. Spoiler alert, it took them 40 years, but the Israelites made it to Israel eventually. In this Torah portion, we notice that Moses trusted what God had told him to do, even when he didn't understand why. Moses was willing to take a risk in order to be free. The Israelites didn't have much trust in God. They wondered whether it was worth walking through the desert and thought it might be better to stay in Egypt. They didn't have faith in God or Moses. This was going to take time. I think that Moses was a strong leader in helping the Israelites, even when they didn't have trust in him or had doubt. But Moses had faith in God, and they were going to make it to Israel eventually. In this portion teaches us about taking risks in order to improve our lives and our world. Both the Israelites and Moses did this. They both took risks in different ways. Moses risked trusting God's instruction even when he was unsure himself. The Israelites took a risk in following Moses and God. They hoped that Moses and God would watch over them and provide for them during their journey through the desert. Ultimately, with God at their side, they made it to the Promised Land. If they had not taken this risk, they would have remained slaves in Egypt. This Torah portion teaches us about taking risks is an important part of life. Being Jewish means a lot to me. Being Jewish reminds me that I have responsibility to take risk in my life. For example, this year, Rabbi challenged our 7th grade class to go kosher for a week. I took this very seriously and wanted to see if I could do it. At my school the next day, I ordered pasta Alfredo, which happens to have chicken and cheese in it. Instead of eating it like I normally would have, I took out the chicken and just ate the pasta. Then my friend asked me why I took out the chicken, and I explained what my rabbi challenged us to do. She had many questions, but was very understanding. Instead of saying something like, "Oh, I don't feel like having chicken today," it's my responsibility to acknowledge my Jewish identity. Responsibilities to push myself and to take academic risks to take advantage of getting the best education I can. Responsibilities to reach out and take risks in order to make the world a better place, just like Moses and the Israelites did. For my bat mitzvah project, I wanted to help homeless dogs. This doesn't mean stray dogs. It means pets that are owned by people without homes. Pets are so important to people, even the homeless. They offer companionship to people who otherwise have so little. But caring for a pet can be challenging and expensive. By helping these pets, hopefully we'll help their homeless owners. I researched the issue and realized that the Santa Ana riverbed would be a good place to offer help. I asked local pet stores for donations and received nearly 200 pounds of dog food from Super Pets and Petco. We also purchased supplies such as treats, bowls, leashes, and toys. My family and I made care packages with food and supplies and delivered them to the grateful pet owners along the riverbed. The living conditions were sad and depressing, but the people were so nice and appreciative. The dogs I met were so cute and well-loved. We took the excess food to Mary's Kitchen, where they will distribute them to people with hungry pets. As you may have heard, the authorities began evicting the homeless from the riverbed earlier this week. It's estimated that 1,000 people are going to be displaced with nowhere to go. Unlike the Jews' exodus from Egypt, these people didn't ask to leave. I don't know how to answer this problem, and I understand that camping along the riverbed or elsewhere is not a long-term fix. But as a society, we should be able to find better solutions to homelessness. As Jews, we are taught tikkun olam, which means heal the world. I ask that each of you join me in taking the responsibility to heal the world, even if that means taking risks while doing so. First, I would like to thank Rabbi Cohen for being my Jewish mentor and challenging me to think outside the box, and most recently helping me with this speech. Next, I would like to thank Cantor David Weinwald for helping me with my Torah portion and for all the musical talks. I would also like to thank my religious school teachers, but especially Mr. Bendroff, who has been coming to my house every week for the past 7 years to teach me and my siblings Hebrew. His stories about his daughter's experiences at OSHA's Classical Voice Conservatory inspired me to follow in the same path. I also want to thank my amazing vocal coach, Sarah Franklin, who has encouraged me to grow as a musician. I want to thank my friends too. They entertain me, support me, in everything I do. And of course, I would like to thank my sister, Gabby, and my brother, Maddox. They drive me crazy sometimes, but I love them more than I can say. Finally, I would like to thank my parents for everything they do for me. They feed me, protect me, watch over me, support me, encourage me to do my best, but most of all, they love me. I love them too for that and everything they do. And last but not least, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here today. You are very special, and we appreciate you sharing this experience with me. Remember, tikkun olam, please take the responsibility to heal the world.
Well, I don't know how I'm going to follow that, Stella. It's pretty major. I have a really hard time putting into words how proud I am of you. You've studied so hard and prepared for so many years just for today. You've done an amazing job, but that's what makes you so special. You put your heart into everything that you do. You have desire, drive, and intelligence well beyond your years. Your heart is full of love and compassion for others. That's always been your way. After today and beyond, always remember this day. This is a day that your entire community has come together to watch you grow. This is a day that you will get to begin to define your adulthood and what you're capable of in the future. Stella, you spoke of Tikkun Olam, healing the world, and you are capable of healing the world. Watching you plan and organize your mitzvah project was so special. Your heart was full, and you were so excited to give our most needy citizens a bit of comfort to their pets that they love so much. Watching you bring the smiles and comforts to them was just so beautiful. I'm so proud of you. Stella, on this day, your grandma Glory, Nona, gave you a very special necklace to wear. It's a Torah necklace. This necklace was given to her by her mother, your great-grandmother, Norma Gorin. Norma Gorin was not Jewish, but was a devout Catholic. Her beloved husband, your great-grandfather, Joe Gorin, was Jewish. They were married despite the fact that they were from different faiths, but they were deeply connected by love. They established for our family so many strong traditions of faith, respect, and honor for others. These are values that our family still tries to hold dear, and we are here today because of them. Your great-grandma Norma wore this Torah necklace near her heart for many years, and it makes me so happy to see you wear it near your heart too today. Lastly, I want to thank all of you for being here and sharing in this most special day for our family. Each of you adds so much happiness and joy to our lives in different ways. Thank you for spending your precious time with us. It means everything to us, so thank you.
So Stella, I've had 13 years to prepare to say something good for you right now, and it was last night I felt myself still being speechless, Not because I didn't know what to say, but I wanted to say everything. You came into this world pretty defiant. You were born on December 25th. And that was against doctor's orders. But from day one, you just had these ginormous eyes. And you continue to have such bright eyes and see the world. Thank you. We thought when we named you after your great-grandmother, Stella Goodman, we did so because she was a strong Jewish woman. Judaism skipped a couple of branches on our family tree. And some of your great-grandparents practiced Judaism, but it kind of went dormant after that. Your namesake, great-great-grandma Stella, was a strong Jewish woman, and she'll be proud to share your name. It turns out that Stella Blue is also the name of a Grateful Dead song.
It is, really.
It's about a guy's guitar. And I can say that although you love music, you are the opposite of a deadhead. When you were little, you reminded us of a fairy tale princess. We always expected birds to just be chirping around you when you woke up. But now you're a confident, talented, beautiful lady, and you're capable of doing just about anything. You're well loved. Just look at all the people that came out to witness your accomplishments today. Your Jewish relatives flew in from Seattle, and Rosie and her mom came from Mexico City. Stella
And Ashlyn.
and Ashlyn came from Rockland, and Nevada City, Auburn. But Stella, we're so proud of you. I'm so proud that you're my daughter. I can't wait to see what wonderful things you do in your life.
Because, Stella, today, as we've talked about, you become a bat mitzvah, not just in front of your family and your friends, but before your entire community. And so, this is a time also for us as a community to celebrate you and to offer you some gifts. And it is my honor to call forward, representing our board of directors, Matthew Griffin, our sisterhood, Sarah Schweitz, our brotherhood, Sylvan Swartz, and representing our youth as well as friends of yours, Stella Keisler and Taya Swartzen, to come on forward and to present you with gifts on behalf of our congregation.
Stella, we've been friends since 4th grade, and honestly, it's so amazing laughing and talking to you. I can't believe you're a Jewish adult. I love being friends with you and going to school with you this year. Math is so much more fun with you. Great job today. I'm so proud of you. I'm sorry.
Stella, I wouldn't want to share a first name with anybody else. You always put a smile on my face and make me laugh. Everyone in this room is proud of you, and I hope you know that. On behalf of the TBS youth group, we present you with this Havdalah candle.
Hi, Stella. Shabbat Shalom and Mazel Tov. You did a fantastic job today. We're so very proud of you. You should be proud of yourself, too. And I am honored to be here today on behalf of our sisterhood, the ladies of Sisterhood of Temple Beth Sholom. We are delighted when we see a young lady like you stand on the bima and really confirm her Jewish identity. I cannot tell you how proud I am. And so this is a day of blessings. This is a day of rejoicing, gratitude for giving us this treasure like you. I know your family, I know your sister, your brother, and I know you're going to do great things in life. So for this, we are giving you this exquisite gift. It is a Kiddush cup, and I hope you use it in good health in the years to come. I hope you take it to your home with love, and also use it every Shabbat and holidays. And then when you go to college, you use it there too. And after that, when you go to graduate school, you take it with you. And then finally, when you get married, take it to your home and enjoy as a reminder of this very, very special day, okay? In this order that I gave you. I'm not done yet. Oh. And for this special occasion, I would like to give you my blessing, and I want to bless you with the gift of good health, happiness, prosperity, and shalom, all the days of your life, okay? Today, you're standing on the shoulders of those that came before you. I found out that your name after your great-grandmother, Stella, and she gave you this beautiful present. Wear it in good health. Those ancestors that came from faraway places to this special place, and they planted a seed, and then the seed became a tree, and the tree had some fruit, and you are partaking of this beautiful tree, and we're very, very grateful. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you.
Stella. I'm representing the Brotherhood, and we don't have a set of instructions what you have to do with the gift we're presenting you. Sisterhood does that. Eric and Galen, you really keep sending up some terrific kids, and I was disappointed you only have one more to go here. And maybe you could talk about this amongst yourselves. But you've really made terrific contributions, and your kids are no exception. They're great. Stella, you did a great job, and I want to steal from your speech, because I too want to thank your Hebrew coach, because you did such a good job. I want to thank your vocal coach, because you did such a good job, and the rabbi and the cantor. And when you were singing with them, I was a little afraid the three of you are trying to form a trio and run off and do Shabbat services around the country, because I know these two wouldn't mind it, I think, if they had that chance to get into show business with you and they found the right voice. You blended perfectly. And I was really impressed to hear about your Mitzvah project. I think it's a terrific thing, and those dogs are still going to be around no matter where the people are. And they're probably, I'm sure they're always going to need help. It's a great thing. And actually, I probably shouldn't say this, but I know a Blue who's a dog, who's a terrific hound dog, and I think you'd like him. But at any rate, the Brotherhood is presenting you with a tzedakah box, and if you wanted to collect money from friends, parents, relatives, and for those dogs or whoever, you can do it in this box. And I want to wish you all the best, and I'm just so impressed with you, and thank you on behalf of the entire Temple Beth Sholom family and the Brotherhood.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, one more old person, and then we'll be all done with you. So Stella, I don't know if you know that I'm a high school administrator, okay, in Anaheim. So I'm very proud of you and your sister being in OSHA. It's super awesome. That's great. So I had a reason, and I won't explain the reason because it's a little bit gory, but I worked with animal control this week. And just so that you know, it just so happens that animal control, probably inspired from you, they are giving 3 months free total board and care for all pets in the Santa Ana riverbed. So they verified, I was just by conversation, and I didn't realize what your Mitzvah project was, so super cool. So we have the process where we are writing in the Torah, and so I encourage everybody to do that. But just so that you know, Rabbi Salazar said that there are 3 times in your life when God gives you like a direct line to be able to ask for or pray for anything. I'm not talking about like, a Jaguar or a Tesla or something like when you turn 16, right? No, this is for like blessings in your life. So when you have your B'nai Mitzvah, your Bat or Bar Mitzvah, so maybe later today when you have a moment, like think what's in your heart, and you have that open line today. So it's pretty cool. When you get married, which, by the way, thanks to Sarah, the board will be finding you a husband, so we'll let you know we got that done. And then when you write in the Torah. So when you actually write in the Torah, you participate. For those of you who have not as of yet, make sure you do that, starting in March. You have those 3 moments in your life where you have this super direct line, no need for a credit card, no need to put in your name or password. Awesome. So the Board of Trustees gave you this incredibly huge book that you've worked so hard with. So, Board of Trustees, sorry, I'm back at school. The Board of Directors, sorry. We also have it's out here. We have your certificate for your bat mitzvah and also money to go to Israel. It's part of a scholarship. So, and also we have a tree for you in Israel. And of course, the watering day for the tree is? Thursday for everyone. So I'll be traveling to Israel this summer with my family, and so I'll be sure to visit your tree. I don't know if we'll be there on a Thursday. I'm not quite sure what our thing is, but if we do, I'll throw a little water that way. But anyways, Mazel Tov, amazing opportunity, amazing job today. You are a songbird. It's wonderful, so thank you so much. All the best.
Wow. So many amazing blessings. And everyone has the opportunity later on. we won't keep her in here. But throughout the day or days ahead, offer your blessings to Stella. You know, we all have that power and that ability to bless one another. So take some moments and offer her your blessings, and I know that she will offer hers as well to each of us, as you have already blessed us. But it is at this moment that Cantor Reinwald and I, along with your parents, would like to join with you at the Ark as we get to bestow upon you our blessings and the blessings of our people. We ask everyone to please rise. You made it. So, yeah, a little over 13 years ago, we blessed you with the words that we're going to be blessing you with in a moment. The priestly benediction, Birkat HaKohanim, the blessing that is passed on from generation to generation. It's a song. Today, you have sang us songs of blessing from not only our prayer book that you so beautifully led us in our Shabbat Shacharit, our morning service, but also from Shirat Hayam, the song of the sea, and from a wonderful prophetess, Deborah, a woman so wise, a woman so brave, a woman who spoke her piece and was not afraid to speak out for injustice. How appropriate, Stella, for you to become bat mitzvah on this day, on this Shabbat in which we sing her song. How appropriate also that your name, your Hebrew name, Esther, another woman in our tradition, so strong, so wise, who spoke out against those who wanted to do her people harm, who said, no, this isn't right, and took a chance and stood up and saved her people. Stella, you have stood up and you have said and you have given us inspiration to know that there is injustice in our world, and even right here at home, to be able to say, if we were on that riverbed, we would want somebody to stand up, to sing for us, to sing for justice and for repairing our world and to help us. Thank you. Thank you for adding your voice. Thank you for lifting your voice up higher and higher to remind us, to teach us, to inspire us, to do good, to be good, to make a change. Each and every one of us have that power. And together, we will heal our world. It'll always be a little bit broken, but that's okay, because we have people like you. So at this moment, Stella, we get to offer you the blessings of our people. Just like your parents held on to you 13 years ago, offering you this blessing, go ahead and put your arms around her now, as we get to now bestow upon you the blessings of our people, the words of Torah in this song.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and watch over you.
Yaher Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
May God's light shine on you, in you, and through you, and may God be truly gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yaseim lecha shalom.
Stella, may you always feel God's presence around you, guiding you and giving you strength, and always encouraging you to stand up and to be seen and to be a blessing. May God grant you a life that is filled with good health, with happiness, and most important of all, a life that is filled with shalom, with peace. Kein Yihiratzon, may this be God's will. Amen.
Amen.
We remain standing as we turn once again in our prayer books to Aleinu L'Shabeach, our closing prayers, page 586.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת לנו יוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו גילויי הרצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות אדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Come and join us right down here. So we remain standing now as our thoughts turn to those who are no longer with us, yet truly their memory is a song that is deep within our heart, and we hold on to the stories and the lessons that they taught us. We remember those who have recently departed from our community, from our family. We remember Norm Harris, Doris Birnbaum, Blaze Bernstein, Robert Nowak, Arnold Sherman, and Jeffrey Lehrer. We also remember those whose yard sites we recall on this Shabbat and during this coming week. Serena J. Baruch, Victoria Blum, Fanny K. DeFeugelman, Dorian Fishman, Leonard Friedland, John Gallant, Edward Goodman, Daniel Groner, Diane Horwitz, Gladys Kahn, Frances Ruth Caron, Marion Cohn, A.J. Lee Levy, Arthur Lewin, Irving Mazie, Esther Newman, Ira H. Oberndorfer, Rose Rakow, Irene Rice, Leonard Robbins, May Robbins, Betty Saltzman, Julia Saslow, Milton Shupak, Lillian Schurman, Francis Wagner, Stanley J. Weinstein, and Nathan Weiss. If there is anyone here who's in the period of mourning of Shiva, Shloshim, or Shana, or is observing a yard site of a loved one whose name I have not called, I invite you as I face in your direction to please share their names with us. For all of them and for all those who have given their lives al Kiddush Hashem, for the sanctification of God's holy name, and for all those who have no one to say Kaddish for them, we join together, page 598, Kaddish Yatom, our mourner's Kaddish. Yit Kadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah, Bi'alma divrach ru'tei v'yamlich malchutei, B'chayechon u'vyomechon u'v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, Bagala v'zman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah v'varach le'olam u'amei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yit'aleh v'yit'alal Shmei d'kudesham b'richu, Ne'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, ta'amiram be'alma v'imru Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Osei shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. May the memory of all of those who have gone before us be truly a blessing in our hearts today and always. And let us say, Amen. Before we conclude with our final song, I lost Maddox? He started lunch. But Gabby, come on up. And so we're going to close with our closing song here in just a minute of Osei Shalom. And then afterward, we're going to invite you to join us in the living room to your left. There he is. Come on down, Maddox. You're the next one on Who Wants to Become Bar Mitzvah. I'm kidding, not yet. Don't worry, you're okay. Come on down, big guy. And so we're going to join together in the living room, where we're going to invite you to take a little cup of grape juice. They're all grape juice. And then also to stand over by the challah, don't pull at the challah yet, where we get to offer blessings with kiddush and also shehechianu, in which we thank God for giving us life, sustaining us, and enabling us to reach this wonderful moment of celebrating with Stella as she becomes bat mitzvah. And so that'll be right after our closing song. So feel free, put your arms around somebody next to you. If you don't know who they are, say hello, and then join with us.
Ose shalom bimromav
Ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'akol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Ose shalom bimromav ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'akol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Ose shalom bimromav ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'akol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Ose shalom bimromav ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'akol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Shabbat shalom, everyone. Mazel tov.